Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to Gala Bank for today's William Hill League 2 fixture between Anan Athletic and Clyde. My name is Graham Murray. I'm delighted to be joined today by Paul Shanks. We've had one win in the league so far, one defeat. What are you expecting today, Paul?
I'm expecting a lot more than probably what we showed last week, Graham, quite honestly. It was a subpar performance. I don't think anyone's kind of shying away from that fact. What we want to see is what we saw on the opening day against Stranraer, and also what we saw against today's opponents in the League Cup phase as well.
We have met Annan already this season. It was in the Premier Sports competition and it was a comfortable 4-1 victory for ourselves. Kyle Connell featured very heavily in that game today. He's one of a few changes from last Saturday's starting lineup and squad that went down 1-0 at Dumbarton. You mentioned it there, it was a subpar performance. What would you say Dan would be telling the players to look at in that point of view?
It's strange because it was subpar, but we probably created more than enough to get something from the game. I think we were a bit tentative on the ball. We've not really seen that as much in recent months, going into towards the tail end of last season and in large spells of the Premier League Cup campaign. And I think that was what kind of surprised me. When you look at, when we do come to it, the starting lineup, I think it's very much designed to play with the ball on the deck. I think we didn't really play the conditions last week. It was a sticky pitch, a wee bit of wind obviously with it being at the Rock, but we didn't really knock the ball about as well as we could do. And I would hope that Dan's very much charging them today with rectifying that.
In terms of the lineups today then, so for the Billy B today, obviously, we will start off with Jay Hogarth in goals, Lewis Lovering, Craig Howie, Logan Dunnicky and Liam Rooney. In the middle of the park we have Andy Murdoch starting with Barry Cuddihy. In front of them we've got Timon Scott, James Hilton and Marley Redfern with Scott Williamson leading the line up top. So the hosts today line up with goalkeeper Charlie Albinson, Cameron Clark, Kirk McKnight, Keith Watson, Paul Smith, Aidan Smith, Cameron Cooper, Brennan McDermott, Charlie Maxwell, Darryl Carrick and player manager Willie Gibson. As you quite correctly called, the Tannoy Blairs as the teams come out. The home team in their familiar black and gold stripes, with the Clyde team coming out in their home top. A wonderful terrace top that, if you haven't got it yet, get your orders in because Christmas is fast approaching and these shirts are going like hotcakes. Well done, Smith back there. Dunnicky wins it well. Redfern. Good touch. And it looks as if there's been a late change in the lineups there. Kyle Fleming is on the park there, and it looks like Barry Cuddihy has missed out in starting the game today. So just for everybody on Clyde TV, the lineups that we gave you earlier on, it's not Barry Cuddihy that starts, it is Kyle Fleming.
Yeah, I'm slightly surprised that they've not went with Aidan Smith through the middle. He's a nuisance type forward. He's maybe lacks a bit of refinement. I'm not sure if maybe they see Maxwell as a better link or hold-up play.
There's a chance here, Scott. He's broke me off the side. Williamson's chance. That's a really good save, and it's kept in play by Aidan Smith. Good wing play from Timon Scott. Found Scott Williamson, turned in the box, shot, and a good save. A good early chance for Clyde.
Yeah, really, really good football from Clyde. First chance to get Tim in behind. They're not the biggest team, Annan. Historically, they used to be full of monstrous centre halves and even forwards. But
it's Gibson with the ball, and Rooney lets it go, and Smith's at the back post. How he gets a touch on it. Lovering with a wonderfully brave header, and he comes away with the ball, and he's still got it, and he releases Williamson. Brilliant play from Lovering. Redfern's at the back post. Williamson still going. Scott Williamson. Good save by Albinson, and it very calmly back, to be fair, in the end by Cameron Clark, but Lewis Lovering summed up in 20 seconds here just how brave he is and also how much ability he's got.
Determination and ability. That was everything in that passage of play there from Lewis. Nods the ball out under significant pressure from an Annan boy. Leads a counter attack. Gets us right on the front foot. Ball does get cut out by Albison. It's probably just a bit too close to him. Maybe a good height for him as well.
Again, that's McDermott with an aimless ball forwards. Again, game again descending into lack of quality.
Just some real slack use of the ball in key areas. We've got plenty of quality that can do better than that.
Yeah, but
to say the boys against him and has really done well at nullifying him so far. It's excellent.
Good from Rudy.
Excellent play from Clyde.
Well done through to Williamson. He's got the chase on. And that's the opening goal for Clyde. What a brilliant team goal. Scott Williamson gets his first of the season after some brilliant play from Liam Rooney, Andy Murdoch, and a great ball forward from Jinky Hilton. That's the spark we've been looking for, Paul. And it's Annan 0, Clyde 1.
I'll take back everything I've been saying about poor use of the ball and lack of penetration passes, Graham. 3 passes from front to back, we're 1-0 up. It's a delightful counter-attack goal, as you mentioned. Great from Liam Rooney in the first place. I think it was through to Jinky Hilton or Andy Murdoch, I'm not quite sure. We'll see it back on the highlights. Delightful pass through. Scott Williamson, not on his favoured foot. Delightful finish from Scotty, and that gets him off the mark. Yeah, it does look like the game plan hasn't changed for them, regardless of going to go behind. They're still, I think, hoping to try and spring a counter rather than looking for any particular pattern of play. Willie Gibson's not had a great deal of influence at all in this game. It's a couple of free kicks.
Chance here for Cooper to break, and he cuts inside well. Murdoch trying to close him down. And a free kick given there.
I think he had a couple of wee pulls at him.
And it's a booking for Craig Howie. I think
thought it was Murdoch.
Yeah,
possibly.
I tend to agree that I think Andy
more
Murdoch was kind of tugging him back. I didn't see much in the challenge from Craig Howie, but this is, you mentioned it there, Annan haven't changed things, but they've got a chance here.
And the aforementioned Willie Gibson will be all over it.
Yep.
It's close enough that it just needs to be
Smith might fancy it as well,
dangerous.
But Gibson leaves it for Smith. And that's a goal. And it just seemed to go low and into the far corner. Seemed to be a gap there at the side of the wall when they found it. And out of nowhere, it is Annan 1, Clyde 1.
Sometimes that's the way it goes.
Yeah, and example here that, you know, the Annan team, everybody behind the ball. I think you're looking for options, but it's difficult when there is, but it should find Scott. Across the goal, Williamson. It's very well defended, loving it at back post there as well. And almost an immediate reply there. And it's the one time that Team Adam Scott's got beyond his man, played a great ball across. Well defended by Watson and Williamson, and loving it at back post, just couldn't get there. But Dunicky off the line by Clark. Scott wins the throw in, but
good response, so great.
Yeah,
good response.
Good quick response from Clyde. Couple of chances. Rooney. Robert Dunicky should win it and does. Back post, and Scott stretching for it slightly. Over the terrace on the far side. That is a small terrace to be fair, but eventually comes to nothing. Connell.
It's Can there from Kyle.
Yeah, flummoxed by Gibson there. That Lovering should be able to clear that. And takes a touch, and it's lost out to Cooper now. A combination of Smith and Cooper retrieving that ball from Lewis Lovering.
Yeah, Cooper's been a nuisance himself as well.
Yeah, I mean, Rooney did really well there, and Smith.
Oh, good decision.
Yep. Connell, heads up. Takes a pot shot, and it was well wide, and Albinson knew it. No issues there taking a shot there, but he did have options out wide with James Hilton.
He did. But he's got a history of scoring some screamers against Annan last year in the Cup and obviously this year in the League Cup.
Murdoch wins the header. As the Smith.
That's
There's
too
a
easy.
chance at Smith through. And I'm not sure why he took that with his left foot. It might be left-footed, but it was one initially very well by Aidan Smith.
It's a terrible finish, thankfully, for Clyde.
Yep.
Found himself one-on-one with Jay, in the same way that Scott Williamson found himself one-on-one with Albison. Scotty had plenty of composure. Aidan Smith, absolutely none whatsoever. Nearly just from. That's another arm in the face.
And it's been spotted by
the linesman's the
linesman.
one, and I think he.
Dunicky taking exception to it.
Some pushing. Craig Howie's asking the question here of the linesman what he saw.
And it's a yellow card offence. And Logan Dunicky will be well advised to get away from the area just now. That the decision's been given.
Yeah, I think Craig Howie is asking the question. If he's deemed this to be a deliberate arm movement across the face, is it only yellow worthy?
Well, Lovering's back up, thankfully, so a bit of controversy there. No surprise Gibson getting involved with this one. He's on a yellow card as well, but Willie Gibson, look, his fan club, and he's blowing kisses to the Clyde away fans.
I mean, just play the game.
Man of the match is selected by the Annan Walking Football players on the hospitality is number 3, Cammy Clark.
I think that's a fair shout from Annan's perspective, from the longest named sponsor in history, but I think as well, I'm going to ask you as we approach the end of this game, Paul, 3 minutes to go, who your Clyde TV man in the match would be today?
It's been a wee bit tougher, I think, to date. Fairly steady performances on the whole. I think Liam Rooney's had a really good game. On the whole, I think even when he's maybe lost the ball, he's really stuck in there and made sure he won the ball back. So yeah, I would give it to Liam Rooney.
So there you go, folks. Your Clyde TV man of the match today is Liam Rooney. But we've still got 2 or 3 minutes to go here. I'll see what might happen. Willie Gibson empties that, and Craig Howie gets it forward. It finds Gilligan. It's back with Fleming. Opens the body up well. There's space, there's options. Murdoch with a run forward. It's found brilliantly there. Murdoch into Gilligan. Good move. Fleming. Connell's has it. He's man on. And he stays on his feet. Plays it out wide. Anderson. Ball across. And a goal for Clyde! Yes! Kyle Connell! The first real piece of quality football in this half. Sees Kyle Connell again score against Annan. And with 2 minutes remaining, it is Annan 1, Clyde 2, Paul.
Graham, I would be lying if I said it's been coming, but will we take it with a bow on it? 100%. It's probably been the best bit of passage of play we've had for the last 15-20 minutes. Walked the ball out wide. It's a wicked delivery from young Anderson. Well blocked eventually. It falls on a plate to top goal scorer Kyle Connell. Bags his 5th of the season. It's 4th against Annan, no less.
Yeah, and the composure that Kyle Fleming showed in the middle of the park there. Turn around, great ball through to Andy Murdoch. Clever flick inside to Gilligan, but the chance appeared to be lost and it was recycled. And that ball across from Anderson was begging for a goal. It's amazing what you see at some games and what you don't see, but up towards it, tireless Williamson. Just Gibson nicks it away from Gilligan.
Injury time, there can't be too much left, Graham.
But Smith's got it here. Liam Rooney, your Clyde TV man of the match, does brilliantly to clear it there. Gibson needs to be closed down, can't give him too much time. Finds Clark into
4
Smith.
minutes played.
Dunicky gets it away. And that's the end of the match. A wonderful 3 points on the road for Clyde. We had to battle. We had to deal with the setback of losing a soft goal just before half time. There wasn't much quality in the second half. The one piece of quality resulted in the winning goal, Paul.
Yeah, look, I think maybe over the piece you could argue we edged it, but you said battle. That was a battle out there today. Bit of a war of attrition at times. Use of the ball could be better. I think we will be better as the season progresses. But look, massive 3 points on the road. 2 wins, 1 defeat for your opening 3 games. That's not too bad.
Yep, 6 points out of 9. as the Billy Bee will be in the top half of the division, and we will see you next Saturday at home at the Hamilton Community Stadium for more Clyde TV action. For myself and Paul, enjoy your trip up the road, enjoy the highlights when they come on. Come on the Billy Bee.